But they take Brood.
Oh my.
Cool.
In the Complexity's doing very well for themselves. Top of the board at 38-7 for the Puck and 22-2 for the Wraith King.
Yeah, his Broodmother's not doing nearly as well as I was expecting, as In July gets
First strike through, they turn on a Z-Freak instead. Now In July is probably going to die here. They want the kill first on Z-Freak, but Z-Freak is the one to claim the first blood. Tavo's going to take a lot of damage on his way out, but Tavo actually turned around and hit the Infernal Blade. The creeps kind of block him a little bit, because he knew he didn't have any regen, right?
Okay.
Z-Freak brings in a healing salve, that'll help. Top lane, we do have the Inkswell on to 3-4-3. He will be able to get out of range of that big stun, and Limp's gonna be able to come rescue the day. Yan Ming is gonna die. It looks like Sylar will get back to the tower safely, but Complexity securing those bounty runes while they're trying to do the same at bottom lane, but Z-Freak will die for it, it looks like, as he's hit by the Caustic Finale and the Dragon Slave runs him over.
It's possible.
Grimstroke cutting over. They're going to be able to slow down Z-Freak, get the spiders on top. All the spiders die, though, with the Fate Bolt, as well as that orb coming out from Limp. Managed to get a 3-man coil now. ASD doesn't want to break it. He's afraid of that damage. We'll just play in this cliff area. They're going to turn and hit the LSA onto the Warlock. The Fatal Bonzo on ASD. That's enough to finish him off, and Firefly's going to be run down as well.
Hijacking the eastern camp, Sven doesn't really know where to go, and now Limp's looping around.
Spotted, gets the Veil onto him, doesn't do any damage to the spiders. Running over Tavo, they do manage to get the Burrow Strike, and they do latch him in with the Golem. 3-4-3 is going to die in the back lines as Firefly comes in. Tavo was attached to that Golem for so long, but now he's going to turn around and actually Doom up and try and kill the Lina before they're down. Puck managed to run down the Grimstroke. Doom still ticking down on Firefly. Tavo falls, but it looks like Firefly needs to deny, trying to run to In July, but In July couldn't get there in time. In the end, Complexity do manage to kill that tower. It's Miracle gets it. Meanwhile, top lane, the Dream Coil finally being used to kill Sylar here. Being able to play very defensively. They have to really commit to be able to kill. Unfortunately, they got the coil, so he's not able to burst strike so easily. The Golem's going to follow that up to make sure In July does die inside that coil, and any heroes that TP'd in are going to get caught as well, and that's going to be our Grimstroke. Run down by the Wraith King. They're going to be able to steal the Inkswell.
Sven's not anywhere. Okay, Sven just TP'd
Yo, that's 70 damage per second. Okay, they're going to commit. They actually want to feed away the Spiderlings as long as they can actually kill the Doom. Tavo slowly dying, and he will end up falling. The Golem is not enough to save him. Limp in the back lines is almost dead. They managed to get a Dragon Slave on him. A 3-man LSA. A great setup from Firefly. And it looks like In July, well, he'll tick out eventually here as the Shadow Word will be enough. But still, a massive fight for Sirius as they're going to be able to kill the Wraith King on his second life as well. And that's going to be 4 dead, and honestly, it could have been 5. He's trying to run over the Wraith King, same thing. He does have a TP on the Wraith King, but they're going to try and come in from behind here. They may not have the Dream Coil to hold these heroes in place. They are going to try and commit with a Burrow Strike into 3-4-3 to make sure they don't get off the Golem, and they won't be able to. He dies. Tavo with the 2-man stun, but he's so slowed down that the Broodmother is going to catch up to him, get him with the Spawn Spiderlings to finish him off, and he still has that Aegis too, and he's going to heal up to full, while Miracle, he's still hitting neutrals.
Yeah, he'll do that.
He's had a TP for the last 40 seconds.
But does he have a Radiance?
He does have his Radiance, but he really does not want to fight into this Broodmother. It's a Diffusal Manta Broodmother that can burn through all of his mana. He really needs his level 20 talent before they commit too much. They do manage to get an opposing Soul Bind. Unfortunately, there's no Doom, but they do manage to get the double Fate Bolt. That'll finish off the Grimstroke, second life of the Broodmother. Broodmother doesn't have a Manta, doesn't have a BKB, so can't so easily get away if they actually get any stuns out, but only the Golem stun. The Epicenter initiation onto Z-Freak once again. This Rubik just dies. He's In July, keeps on targeting him time and time again. A 2-man LSA. Now Miracle. He doesn't get burned out of his mana, so he will be the reincarnation here. The Puck might be able to get away. Short little hop over into his tier 3 tower. He'll be okay. Telekinesis actually buying some space for Tavo. The Laguna Blade. It wasn't enough. And Miracle, with no reincarnation, has to play very careful. He gets out of the pit and will go for the fast kill onto the Grimstroke. Almost enough to be able to burst him down. They just need Miracle to join him, but they managed to get, oh no, the Doom got close to Limp, and now Limp is stuck in the Soul Bind, so all that mobility goes away. They will be able to kill Tavo as well. Looks like they got 3-4-3.
And then he's kind of surviving. He's like, oh, he might Soul Bind. I'll jump in. Unfortunately, that was the worst case scenario, as he gets sold down.
Oh, Upheaval with the Telekinesis toss back. They are now getting the full slow. That's why the Broodmother's just going to turn and fight Miracle. Miracle, it's a burned out of mana. He doesn't get off the magic stick charges, so he doesn't have the reincarnation. Now he's going to be forced to buy back. ASD is slowed down to a total crawl, but finally the Upheaval farm up much of the enemy jungle, and he's going to blink right into the Broodmother who got behind him. His mana's being burned away, but his HP's being burned away faster. If he actually dies like this, it'd be fantastic. A nice stomp goes out. The Golem to follow it up. They do manage to get the Wraith King in his second life here, but he's just going to die so quickly as Sylar just rips him apart. 3-shotting the Warlock towards the end. triple kill, complexity call it here. Sirius just totally.
Ooh, that's...
Потому что у Лины ресурсов не так много. Тут Сайлер добивает крипа, везет ему.
Ой, Сайлера заберут. Скорее всего, должны забрать. Он фисты использует. Хилится и мансит. И Таво получает еще удар от вышки. Понимает, что нет смысла туда быковать. Сайлер живет. Насколько же на тонкого играет Сириус на верхней линии? Ну, тут-то он умрет. Нет, да, неизвестно. Пока, да, умирает. Первая кровь. Z-Freak зарабатывает ее. И игрок команды Джулай тоже. Кайфовая ситуация для него. Так, на Лимпа. Нападение Лимпа засыпают. Да, но очень плохо. На Лимпа нападают. Со спины выходит Firefly, выбрасывает его поближе к тиммейтам. АСД уже с Темпус дабл. Сейчас Парфейс поставил под ноги. И это минус Лина в очередной раз убивает мидера команды Complexity.
Wants to be able to have his Veil blink first. They're going to try and go for Tavo here. He's going to turn our Burrow Strike up the Firefly now. The Ember Spirit managed to dodge that, but fortunately 343 was sitting in the side will save Tavo. But they don't really catch anybody unless Limp can catch up to this Warlock, who's now going to go for the healing salve. Just needs a little bit more HP. He's going to turn around the Golem as Sylar gets on top of the Lina. Limp goes way too far forward. Firefly's probably going to die to a Burrow Strike here. That's still even more commitment. Fortunately, the Sandstorm will finish him off, and they don't actually have vision because they used their dust earlier. 2 seconds time.
Oh, no,
1 second.
Wraith.
Tavo is going to be revealed in a second. There he is. And dies just like that to the Spark Wraith. With the Golem being up, and honestly, it feels like Ember Spirit's reaching into his own timing as well. They can definitely start getting aggressive, trying to get the kill on Tavo. 343, managing to get the false promise. Mid-air onto Tavo, really well played. He's going to heal him up. The Burrow Strike on through, but they're going to turn with the Golem, go for the back line, try and kill the Oracle. He managed to have a lot of magic wand charges, but ASD with his Tempest double is now beating on a Miracle, who doesn't even get off the battle trance. Now they've caught Limp inside the Avalanche as well. A 2-man LSA. He tries to throw out some spells, hoping to be able to kill Firefly. Can't even do that. 3 down on the side of Complexity. Play just for the mid-tier 2. And continue to try and dive, apparently. Missed out on the chains, but they do have the Blink Dagger tossed back. Sylar will be able to catch him, it looks like, with the Rod of Atos coming out from in July. As self-fuels, but they could just jump onto him with the Remnant if they want to. Tavo bad, but the 5 position dying 3 times in a row, not too big of a deal. Getting the main carry of Sirius, that's a big one. And if they can actually get more, if they can get both these supports, drop the Golem. Tavo gonna be able to Burrow Strike through the Golem, hits Firefly, and they actually have to stop the Fury on TP. It feels like this is a lost fight, even with the Golem here, but now Sylar seems to be able to get the double chain, so Injuly does join in. There's going to be safe from the Oracle. Tavo's going to try and TP back to base. Oh, there's a Laguna Blade out onto Sylar. He's dead. Now Tianming's going to fall as well.
But 25 is broken.
They're going to be able to get the initiation. They have a Force Staff, though. Tianming, is he able to get off the Golem? Tries to get it, but the Burrow Strike from Tavo stops him. Z-Freak almost dying here to the Tempest double. Will, in fact, die, but the VKB double damage from Miracle. Looks for his next target. Wants to be able to get on top of Sylar. Sylar has the first hit and snare. Are you kidding me? The slight jump over. Is he able to get to his Remnant? As another Remnant out, jumps away from Limp. Is able to dodge all that while Tavo is dealing with the rest of the team. They went for Sylar, and they failed. That means Sirius was able to clean up everybody else and will join Sylar and poking at the Lina until she falls. A decent amount of damage on that tier 3, and as soon as they can get the backdoor protection down, Creep finally crosses over the threshold, gets close enough to the tier 3. They're going to be able to jump on the Tavo, going to be saved by the Oracle, though. They do have the Purge following that real ASD, but it's Sylar on the front lines that can't really get through. Tavo tried to go for it. Tried to go for the epicenter blink, but honestly just did not do enough damage. Actually managed to Burrow Strike into the trees. Sylar's not able to find him at first. He blinks farther up, slight. Actually, Yule's dodge there on the Avalanche. Tavo somehow still alive, managed to get a Burrow Strike onto Sylar. Now the call as well. Tavo moving and grooving, just managed to pick up 2 kills while staying alive for his team. And now if they can get the extra lockdown,
nice.
He does. Burrow Strike perfectly timed onto Sylar. A massive win there, but it was still a loss of a melee barracks, as that's what ASD did best at that time. They're going to catch Tianming as well, thanks to the call from Z-Freak. 4 end up dying. I did spot it earlier. They do manage to get the call onto Firefly. Laguna Blade out. Firefly's actually taking it. Finally does die to the Culling Blade. That extra movement speed will allow them to retreat because they need to. Team Sirius is here in force. They do manage to get the lockdown here. Tavo, can he blink away? He does manage to get the blink off for his own Yules. 343 though is orchided up. Can't save himself with the false promise while he's silenced. Oh, but a jump forward. If ASD finds a pick off immediately onto Miracle, there is going to be a small save, saving him from any magic damage with the Fate's Edict. They're going to jump Tavo down with the Yule Scepter, manage to hit the LSA onto the Tiny, getting Tavo out of there into the back lines. He's still trying to get hit by the Tempest Double, and he does fall. Miracle with his swinging at In July as best as possible, trying to get as much lifesteal out of this one because he needs it. He gets fully healed up by 343's False Promise as it ends. Another scythe being used on the Axe to make sure he can't further his initiation. 1 second up though, and he can continue the chase, especially with Tavo. It's so hard for Sirius to be able to disengage, and Z-Freak almost got the Ember Spirit.
These heroes, whenever a Tempest double is getting hassled,
Finding a nice initiation. They're going to try and kill
Force
Injuly right
staff.
away, but the Force Staffs, there's still Tavo to be able to follow up with the Bro Strike, though.
BKB.
Injuly gets off his BKB and sprouts himself. Miracle can't cut through, and he has to run away from ASD, who's playing on the high ground right now. Sirius, strike back strong. Tavo still playing inside that river, is going to Bro Strike out, eventually forced out by Sylar. The Yule Scepter onto himself. Miracle's only healed a tad bit, not comfortable enough to go back into that fight, so he's just got to run away.
I mean, Ember
This
can chase.
Can now be the end of the game as they don't have buybacks on 2. They're going to chase down Limp next. Miracle's going to go and try and
Nice
kill
slice.
Injuly here. They do have the toss up. They toss away by Firefly to be able to save Injuly again. They saved him again. Twice now that Injuly has been bailed out by his team. There's no buyback on Limp now. Miracle was the only one with it. It is going to be 30% lifesteal on the Arc Warden as they commit now to end this game. It's only 2. Z-Freak, who's now been spotted out. The Rod of Atos managing to land on a Z-Freak enough to be able to catch up with the Orchid and everything else, allowing his team to get that final kill pretty much. Now it's just Miracle.
He's face joining in these team fights, relying on the Warlock fatal damage, the fatal bond damage, with all these bouncing Maelstrom procs, and now they're gonna pick off this Troll Warlord.
I mean, Complexity's choice also, too. Like, I thought it was going to be good initiation because I thought the kill was going to happen really fast, but they're still at the end choosing to initiate on the Furia. Right? Instead of trying to, like, find the Arc Warden. And you saw the Arc Warden who played on the high ground in that mid engagement was just, he was a monster.